The silence before the miracle. There are moments in life when everything seems to stop. Doors remain closed, prayers echo into emptiness, and inside you there's a desperate cry for an answer. Yet it's within this silence that God works most intensely. What you call a delay, He calls preparation. While you think nothing is happening, He is moving invisible pieces, aligning people, places, and opportunities that you can't yet see. God's process is silent, but it's perfect. When He seems quiet, it's not absence, it's strategy. Sometimes what you perceive as abandonment is simply a test of faith. Because before receiving a miracle, you must prove that you can believe even without seeing. And it's precisely at that moment that most people give up, right when they were closest to their blessing. God doesn't want your anxiety, He wants your trust. The doubt that delayed you. Doubt is like a fog that clouds the path of faith. It makes you focus on what's missing instead of being grateful for what's coming. When you doubt, you send the universe a signal of disbelief, and the flow stops. But when you trust, without proof, everything starts to move in your favor. You must understand that faith is not a feeling, it's a decision. It's believing in the impossible, even when everything seems against you. While you doubt, God continues preparing. He hasn't given up on you. He's just waiting for your vibration to return to the frequency of trust. Because there's no miracle where there's fear. Fear is the opposite of faith. And if nothing makes sense right now, maybe it's because what God is preparing is far greater than what you asked for. The plan you can't see. God doesn't work in straight lines. He writes through curves, detours, and apparent delays. When something didn't work out, it wasn't punishment. It was protection. When a door closed, it wasn't failure, it was redirection. He knows what you don't yet know. People are being removed, paths are being adjusted, and blessings are being shaped exactly the way you need, not the way you want. That's why patience is one of the greatest expressions of faith. While you try to understand the why, God is preparing the for what, and when the right moment comes, everything will fit together with perfection you could never have planned. When the universe watches in silence, there are moments when God simply observes how you react amid chaos. It's not to punish you, it's to reveal you to yourself. During these times, the universe tests your emotional consistency. You say you believe, but do you still believe when the winds change? Silence is the proof of spiritual maturity. The universe doesn't respond to your haste, but to your vibration. And when you elevate your frequency, reality begins to bend before your faith. That's when the improbable becomes real, because God doesn't act when you despair, He acts when you trust. When everything seems to fall apart, there's a phase before every victory that feels like defeat. Circumstances scream the opposite of the promise, and you feel invisible, forgotten, and weak. But that's the mark of spiritual rebirth. Just as gold is tested by fire, faith is refined through loss. What you call chaos, God calls restructuring. He's clearing the ground, removing what cannot support what's coming. Nothing you've lost was necessary for the next level. So don't mourn what's gone. Be grateful for what's being rebuilt, the secret of surrender. Have you noticed that the more you try to control, the more things fall apart? Control is just fear in disguise. Letting go isn't giving up, it's trusting. When you surrender, the universe understands that you're ready to receive. That's when energy aligns and the impossible approaches. God doesn't want you to fight against the wind. He wants you to learn to fly with it. Surrender is the true act of faith. The waiting that transforms you. Waiting is not wasting time, it's preparation time. While you feel still, your soul is being strengthened. God is adjusting what's within you so you can sustain what He's about to place in your hands. The blessing only arrives when you've become someone capable of keeping it. That's why miracles delay, but they never fail. When God surprises you. And then, when you least expect it, something changes. A call, an opportunity, a divine coincidence, and everything starts to align. It's God saying, I was never far. You finally understand that every delay had a purpose, every silence had a lesson, and every tear had meaning. The impossible becomes real, and you realize that it all was worth it. The testimony of faith. From that moment on, your life becomes living proof that God works in the unseen. People will look at you and ask, how did this happen? And you'll simply answer, I just trusted. The faith that once seemed small turns into power. Everything that was doubt becomes certainty of purpose. The final confirmation. Now you understand. God was never late. He was just waiting for you to be ready. And while you doubted, He was preparing something greater than you could ever imagine. The lesson is simple. Trust, even when you can't see. Because when faith stands firm, the impossible bows. The entire universe moves in your favor when you truly believe. 33. Practical tips to manifest wealth. Through faith and vibration. 1. Believe before you see. Every form of wealth is born first in the mind. Visualize yourself as prosperous, even when reality says otherwise. Vibration always precedes manifestation. 2. Be grateful for what hasn't arrived yet. Gratitude in advance is the seed of abundance. Those who thank before receiving attract faster. 3. Eliminate words of lack. Stop saying, I can't, I don't have, or it's hard. The universe doesn't understand negatives. It responds to frequency. 4. Meditate in silence every day. 5 minutes of inner stillness can realign your entire financial energy. It's in silence that the most prosperous ideas are born. 5. Speak your prosperity out loud. Say affirmations like, money flows to me with ease and joy. Sound has creative power. 6. Transform debt into gratitude. Thank the experiences that money has allowed you to have and close cycles without guilt. 7. Walk like a winner. Your body energy speaks before your words. Prosperity recognizes those who believe in themselves. 8. Surround yourself with uplifting people. Environments full of complaints drain your energy. Be close to those who vibrate faith and growth. 9. Write down every idea that comes after prayer. Financial inspiration often comes as divine whispers. Forgive those who hurt you financially. As long as there's resentment, there's blockage. Forgiveness opens the flow. 11. Detach from comparison. Every soul has its own timing and divine plan. Comparing is denying the perfection of your process. 12. Keep your space clean and organized. Prosperity energy doesn't dwell in disorder. 13. Give something, even small. Giving breaks the fear of lack. The more you give, the more room you create to receive. 14. See money with love, not need. Money isn't evil. It's neutral energy that follows intention. 15. Turn worries into prayers. Every fear can become a request for light. 16. Repeat affirmations before sleeping. In the state between wake and sleep, your mind absorbs new realities. 17. Don't share plans with those who don't match your faith. Opposite vibrations can delay your manifestation. 18. Work with love. Money is a consequence of the value you give, not just the effort you make. 19. Celebrate every gain, even the small ones. Abundance acknowledges those who celebrate the little. 20. Remember your past victories. It awakens the vibration of achievement, strengthening faith for the next ones. 21. Take care of your body. It's the temple through which prosperity flows. 22. Disconnect from collective fear. Negative news builds scarcity energy. Protect your mind like a sacred vault. 23. Feel worthy of receiving. Self-sabotage is the main barrier to abundance. 24. Send gratitude with every payment. When paying bills, say mentally, I'm grateful to circulate prosperity. 25. Stop complaining about prices. Complaining vibrates lack. Blessing vibrates abundance. 26. Write clear financial goals. Clarity is power. The universe doesn't deliver vague requests. 27. Believe that God wants you to prosper. Prosperity is honoring the Creator through growth. 28. Use words of power. Replace "I need money" with "I'm attracting prosperity." 29. Keep symbols of abundance nearby. It could be a plant, a gold coin, or an inspiring picture. They reinforce your vibration. 30. Don't justify your poverty. Saying money doesn't bring happiness rejects the harmony between spiritual and material life. 31. Practice detachment. Holding onto the old keeps the new from coming. 32. Trust in divine delays. Sometimes the blessing takes time because it's being expanded. 33. Give thanks every morning. Morning gratitude opens the gates of prosperity for the whole day. And remember, true wealth doesn't begin in your bank account. It begins in your heart. When your faith vibrates louder than your fear, the universe starts responding. God is never late. He only waits until your energy matches the greatness of what's coming.